What is going on, guys? Taylor Stuber with LocksDFS.com, bringing my locks and sleepers for this 8-game Friday NBA slate. Yesterday, went a little wrong with the Jared Bayless injury. Wasn't playing that well regardless. But still, I stand by my call with him getting 27 minutes in the first three quarters. Would have been on track to play 40 minutes yesterday in a good matchup against the Orlando Magic. But not everything pans out as expected. But anyways, shout out to Jackson Mike. Big congratulations on the $1,500 win yesterday. Only been a member for 3 days, and it's already winning some pretty sizable money. But yeah, if you want to enter the giveaway for a free NBA season pass, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, and then comment below with not your favorite player, but with something that I can talk about in my DFS bankroll management videos, just because every day I'm going to be answering a new question. Just make that the topic of the video on top of the bankroll management things, just so the videos don't get redundant, because they can, doing the same thing every single day. But yeah, let's get into the slate. Chris Middleton was already ruled out yesterday. And they're facing a Mavericks team, which is a pretty good matchup. They are middle of the pack in terms of pace and defensive rating. But with Middleton off the court, you get a big boost for Giannis Antetokounmpo and Eric Bledsoe. Ball handling, the assist percentage for Giannis goes up to 37.7%. Eric Bledsoe, 28.1%. And then the usage rating's a massive 34.7% for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Averages 1.82 fantasy points per minute. We're nearing numbers where Harden is, or where Harden was when Chris Paul was off the court, when Chris Middleton's off the court for the Bucks. But the only problem the only reason Giannis is not a 14K player is because the Bucks are so good and they just constantly blow out teams. But the promising thing today is that if you look over here at the Vegas numbers, only 26% of the bets are on the Mavericks to cover the spread, which is already a small spread of 8, which is usually when the Bucks are playing a team. If Middleton was in, I'm assuming the spread would be like 11 or 12, but they are on the road. And that spread dropped from 8 to 7.5. So the sharp money is on the Mavericks to keep this game competitive. And if we get a full allotment of minutes from Giannis Antetokounmpo, averaging 1.82 fantasy points per minute in a good matchup, it's hard for me not to play him. He's going to be my stud of the day. My biggest lock on both sides, only 11.4K over here on DraftKings, and on FanDuel, he is 12K. So very affordable on both sides. Should be 13, 14K. Should be in that Harden price range. But he's not, just because these games mostly blow out for him. And like I alluded to earlier, I really like Eric Bledsoe. Averages 1.21 fantasy points per minute. Like him more so over here on DraftKings, where he's 6.7K. Going to play 38 minutes, 36, 38 minutes when the games stay competitive. And the sharp money expects it to, so do I. At Bledsoe, 7.8K over on FanDuel. I think that's a fine price. And then one other play that I like, I'm still waiting. So since the trade deadline was just yesterday and all these players are moving around, some are going to be available today, some are not going to be. And so throughout the day, when we get this news, I'll be tweeting about it. I'll be in the Slack chat talking about who I think is viable since they're with their new teams. And I think Bobby Portis is one of the best plays on the team. Or on the slate today, if he does end up playing for Washington. Kind of fills the void that they've had at the center position. They've been having to play Jeff Green a ton of minutes at the 5, but he's super undersized. And so going against a guy like Ante Zizic for Cleveland, I expect him to throw him out there at the 4 and the 5. And if he does that at 5.3K and he gets... We know that Scott Brooks likes to play his starters big minutes, so if he's playing 32, 34 minutes, he's a guy that averages well over a fantasy point per minute, and is facing a Cleveland team that is dead last in terms of defensive rating. It's not even close at 116.7, so I like Bobby Portis a good bit, but especially on DraftKings. FanDuel, more of a tournament play because he is 6.5K, which is priced appropriately, but he's just way too cheap over on DraftKings. But yeah, those are my favorite plays of the day. Now, if you like the video, please drop a like. Best of luck tonight. Until next time, peace.